Hi everyone, I'm Joseph from Namso University, and this time is last time of today's lecture. So please concentrate on this last class because uh, this time is very important uh, of all today's lessons. Last time we have studied about the shift in market leadership from company to consumer. So the main media and legacy media is the gatekeepers, and the gatekeepers uh, is going down, is going down because of their false information, and the legacy media legacy media's the strength is weakened uh, because of the consumer power. So please remember about this disappearance of gatekeepers and this disappearance of legacy medias. And this time we will learn about the era of consumer sovereignty and co-creations. In these days, the consumers have evolved beyond mere purchase into active agents who shape product planning and determine a product success. So consumer has a very strong power to make a new product and planning a new product. So, reports analyzing trend in Korean market indicate that companies and brands must integrate consumer insight into their strategies to effectively meet evolving demand. So, uh, many companies must integrate the consumer needs and consumer insight into their product and new product. In particular, consumers are increasingly utilizing AI tools to handle complex tasks independently and bypassing reliance on corporations. The rising number of paid AI users underscores the trend toward consumer-led activity. The core of modern marketing now lies in co-creation. This means co-creation, building a brand alongside consumers. So rather than the one-way delivery of corporation message, uh, many years ago, the company method is one-way messages, but in these days, the co-creation is a two-way delivery of corporation and companies. The consumers share a real-time feedback on products via social media, especially YouTube and Instagram and X, and can influence corporate decision making through corrective action if their demands go unheeded. This shift in power demands a transparency and authenticity from companies. Brands that fail to meet these expectations risk being rapidly sidelined in the market. So, in these days, transparency and authenticity of the company is very important thing. So many consumers take a look at their company's transparency and authenticity and their honesty. Please look at this picture and consumer sovereignty is the consumer said I am the consumer and have the supreme power to decide what the market should produce. So, uh, today's the many companies, especially the beauty, cosmetic companies, very evolves the consumer the decision about their new product and new items. In this time we will study about the consumer sovereignty more detail. So please remember the consumer sovereignty, because the consumer sovereignty is very important thing in these days, because the consumer power is very strong uh, to make a new product and to make a new service. So okay, so consumer sovereignty refer to the idea that consumers dictate the production of goods and service through their purchase decisions. And his analysis, Kirchner explores the complexities of this concept, arguing that true consumer sovereignty is limited by several factors. So we will look at the stage of consumer sovereignty. So there is three stages. The first stage is initial demand. The consumer express their preference through their initial demand for products to companies and making the product. This stage assumes that consumers have full knowledge of their choice and market offerings. This is the first step, first stage, initial demand. And the second stage is the production responses. The producers, especially this is a company, a corporation, respond to consumer demand by creating goods and service. And ideally, this alliance production with consumer preference, reinforcing the notion of sovereignty. This is the second stage of consumer sovereignty. And last stage is the market adjustment. The market adjusts to feedback from both consumers and producers. In this stage, prices and availability of products are fluctuate based on supply and demand dynamics. This is the last stages. So please remember the stage of consumer sovereignty. The first stage is initial demand, and the second stage is production responses, and the third stage is market adjustment. Okay, this time we have studied about a shift in market leadership, power transfer from farms to consumers. This is because the distrust of the legacy media. So uh, many people in Korea and US and other nations people distrust the legacy media and mainstream medias, so they focus on the social network service, especially the YouTube and Instagram. So this appearance of gatekeepers, this appearance of Rex Media is make a direct rise of creators. So uh, video creators and YouTube creators is more powerful than the companies, and this means the era of consumer sovereignty. So consumer also have a strong power to make to make a decision to uh, companies to make companies making the new items. This means the consumer sovereignty, and we have studied about the definition of consumer sovereignty and the stage of consumer sovereignty. And the mega trend is the next mega trend is the economic mechanism of subscriptions and likes. This is very important because the distrust of legacy medias and uh, the legacy media's power is declined from some years ago. So instead the SNS SNS's power is increasing steadily. Uh, this SNS's important mechanism is subscription and likes, especially the subscribe and like is a very important thing in SNS. So we are studying about subscribes and likes in economic and in Megatrend. Okay, subscription is the business model that generates recurring revenue by establishing a stable relationship between the consumer and the platform and the creator. But while like is the key economy mechanism that maximizes time spent on the platform and advertising revenue by driving personalized data algorithm based on consumer reactions, like is basement of the data algorithm. So subscription Subscription is relate to the relationship between the consumer and the platform and the creator, and the like is the key economy mechanism to uh, personalizes data algorithm. Uh, in the digital in the digital landscape, subscription and like serves as the most critical forms of capital determining brand survivor. So subscription and like is a very important element in this business environment. They go beyond mere expression of preference. For companies, they provide predictable and fixed revenue, while for consumers, they serve as a means to reflect their identities and tastes and their likes. So subscription and like is very important uh, element in this business uh, in this business element, especially for companies. They provide uh, a predictable service uh, because of the subscription and like, and while for consumers uh, they express their uh, preference and their opinion through the like. Okay, we will this time we will run about the definition of subscription and definition of like and synergetic effect of two mechanism, uh, subscription and likes. The first is the subscription. The subscription, this model shift the paradigm from product and ownership to service usage. This subscription, we think about the subscription and subscribe is the uh, only YouTube channel. We think about applying the only YouTube channel, but subscription is subscription has a very uh, variety of ranges uh, and refrigerator and video clips and rental machines. So this subscription shift the paradigm from ownership to usage, securing stable cash flow. This subscription make the securing stable cash flow. The regular payment, especially the per month, ensure recurring revenue in advance, enhancing corporate stability. So a subscription has a payment per month. Uh, so this regular payment is very powerful in this company's management and consumer login effect. Subscription has also consumer login effect. Maintaining a subscription create additional transaction or switching costs effectively effectively binding consumer to the platform's ecosystem. So subscription has a strong consumer bargain effect. So subscription is a very important thing in these days, especially the corporations. And like is this serve as the most basic form of feedback for expressing users' preference and act as a data correction tool through which the platform creates value. Uh, the like has a big data driven personalizes recommendations. So like is applying the big data driven personalizes recommendations as like data accumulates AI algorithm analyzes user taste. This enables the recommendation of tailored content or product, preventing users from leaving the platform. So like is uh, base, base, basic data for AI algorithm, especially the YouTube and Spotify. So YouTube Music, for example, YouTube Music it analyzes uh, my likes, it analyzing my likes. So uh, YouTube Music recommend the music that I will like the basis on the uh, like I had put, and the ad and advertisement targeting and revenue maximization. Especially platforms enhances advertising effectiveness based on precise user preferences. Advertisers can anticipate higher conversion rates and leading to increases ad rates and maximizes a platform revenue. So like is uh, also a basic element advertisement targeting. So like is a very important element in this economic environment. So subscription and like is very important in these days. So there is a synergetic effect of two mechanism, uh, a virtuous cycle. This has this has a virtuous cycle. When high quality and personalized content is delivered through the like feature, users become satisfied with the platform and build trust. So so many consumers satisfied uh, with the contents that uh, AI algorithm recommend. This satisfaction boosts platform loyalty and creating a powerful economy virtuous cycle that drives conversion to paid subscription and encourage long-term retention. So these two mechanisms, subscription and the like, it has a very good synergetic effects. So please uh, remember uh, uh, this this platform, the Netflix and Spotify and Stripe and Amazon and Zoom and Apple Music has also a subscription and like. And subscription and like has also the expansion of subscription economy and consumer psychology. The subscription economy is expanding beyond digital content such as Netflix and Spotify to encompasses a wide range of tangible consumer goods, including food, pet supplies, and cosmetics. The reason consumers utilize the subscription services generally fall into these categories: convenience and cost effectiveness and social influence. Research indicated that for everyday consumer goods, price sensibility is the primary factor influencing the intention to use service. The consumers turn to a subscription to secure essential item at reasonable prices. Furthermore, subscription service offer consumers the intangible value of time saving. Notably, 8% of Gen Z and millennials view subscription service as a convenient way to shop, as the service reduces the cognitive effort associated with purchasing for busy modern consumers. For businesses, the subscription model serves as a means to convert potential customers into loyal ones. It also enables the correction of lifestyle data and laying in the groundwork for delivering more sophisticated and personalized service. Last is a value of like and engagement capital. On social media, likes and shares serve as social proof for a brand. Our algorithm determine the content exposure ranking based on these engagement metrics, and which directs translate into brand influence. So creators are now focusing on more conversion rating. This is a very important thing. The creators are now focusing on more conversion rated and indicators of trust, which signify deep bonds with the audience rather than a mere reach. Many creators uh, concentrating on the conversion rates rather than the richness. To elicit like from consumers, a brand must provide authentic contents that align with their tastes and values rather than relying on simple advertisements. So many companies focus on their focus on the consumer taste and value. The fandom cultivated through this process becomes a powerful support base when a launches new product or expands its business, while also offering economic benefit by uh, drastically reducing market cost. So uh, this is the value of likes and engagement capital. This time we have studied about the economic mechanism of subscription and like. So please remember about this uh, two two words: the subscription and like. And subscription and like is very also is so important thing in this business. So it has also the synergy effect too, synergy effect of the two mechanism. Okay, uh, this this time is this lecture is uh, today's lecture is over, and we have studied about the many things, especially the subscription and likes, and distrust about the legacy medias because of uh, the the power of consumer and mega trend in Korea. Okay, that's all for today's lesson, and thank you for attending these classes. And next time we will learn about the omega trend and micro trend and the definition of trend. Okay, please see you next classes and see you next classes. Bye.